on, Mom. If it's about money, I have to know. Tight means there's not a lot to spend, Mom explained softly. Or it could mean somebody's really cheap, I told him, like a tightwad. Thank you, Peter, Mom said, and from her tone, I knew I should stay out of this. But we're also talking about a money situation here, not how a person feels about spending it. I love it when we talk about money, Fudge said. What's a wad? This is hopeless, Mom said. I can see that, Mr. Fargo answered, so let's skip the chit-chat and hang the painting. Dad helped Mr. Fargo center baby feet Blueberry over the sofa while Mom eyed it. A little higher. No, that's too high. About an inch lower. Yes, that's it. Then we all stood back to admire the painting. Eudora said, Why, it looks as if it was meant to hang in that very spot. Cousin Howie said, Is it my eyes or are those swirls of color moving? Yeah, they're supposed to look as if they're moving, Mr. Fargo said. Well, I'll be, Howie said. Then Fudge told Jimmy about Uncle Feather's accident, and the three of us went to Fudge's room to check him out. Minnie was standing on the step stool watching over him. Nice bird, Minnie said. Lucky bird. Nice bird, Uncle Feather repeated. Lucky, lucky. He's talking again, Jimmy asked. Yeah, I said. Just like that? Yep. How come? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I know, Minnie said. I looked at him. You know what? Why, the bird can talk. Who told you? I asked. The bird, Minnie said. The bird told you I was talking again, I said. Minnie nodded. What'd he say? I asked. Can't tell, Minnie said. Why not? Promised. Promised who? The bird, Minnie said. Then he laughed like crazy, sounding exactly the way Fudge did when he was that age. He was even starting to look like Fudge. How come I never noticed that before? Fudge collected a stack of paintings from one of his shelves. He carried them into the living room and presented them to Mr. Fargo. Dog feet red, dog feet blue, dog feet green, and dog feet purple. Mr. Fargo paid careful attention to each of Fudge's paintings. These are very good, he said. They show a lot of promise. I moved closer to check them out, and what did I see? Paw prints. Every single painting was covered with paw prints. Wait a minute, I said to Fudge. How did you get... Fudge laughed. It's so easy, Pete. Turtle liked walking across my paintings. You used my dog for your paintings? You want to buy one, Pete? They're for sale. 3 zeros for each one. Do you know how much 3 zeros adds up to? Yeah, Pete, Fudge said. More than 2 zeros. Jimmy invited me to go to supper and a movie with him and his father. I jumped at the chance to get out of the apartment. Maybe you can spend the night too, Jimmy asked. Yes, I told him before I even checked with Mom and Dad. I knew they'd let me go. I knew they'd think that by then I deserved a break. The next morning, Giraffe Neck was at the Fargo's loft with Vinny. She made us French toast for breakfast. Wait till you taste it, Jimmy said. It's the world's best, right, Vinny? Vinny barked, but this time he didn't retreat. He even let me pet him. Sunday night on the way home, Jimmy told me his dad and Giraffe Neck are getting married on Valentine's Day. And you have to be there, he said, because I'm the best man and I don't know anything about being best man. You think I do? Just promise you'll come. Okay, I promise. Thanks. I was hoping that when I got home, the Howies would be gone, and if not gone, then packing. Instead, the natural beauties had returned, and all 5 of the Honolulu Hatchers were lined up in their sleeping bags, out cold. 2 nights turned into 4 nights, and 4 nights into 7. It was the longest week of my life, except for the time Fudge swallowed Dribble, my pet turtle. Finally, Dad said, Well, Howie, it's been wonderful getting to know your family, but now... I know, Tubby, and we feel as bad about leaving as you do. I know you wish we could stay longer. But you're traveling around the country, and you still have a lot to see, I said, hoping I was right. That was the plan, Cousin Howie said. The plans sometimes change, and thanks to Henry Bevelheimer... Thanks to Henry Bevelheimer, what? We're going to sublet the Chen's apartment while they're traveling in China, which means we'll be your neighbors until the 1st of December. But, I began. Peter, my boy, Cousin Howie said, no one understands better than me how hard it would have been to say goodbye. So even though we'll be separated by 10 floors, we'll still be together for another 6 weeks. 6 weeks, Fudge said. That's how long Uncle Feather has to wear his splint. 6 weeks, I thought. No. And I fell to the floor. Fudge laughed. When Pete gets good news, he always pretends to faint. Okay, that's it, friends. Tomorrow's chapter 15, Yellraff Rose. I don't even know what that means, so we'll have to find out tomorrow.